Yo, what's going on with everybody up out there, man? I know y'all see the copyright disclaimer up there, and it's up there for a reason. Welcome to the Fans Point of View podcast with your host, the most unknown podcaster that is about the Trucker Chubby, aka Clarence Hampton III. This ain't your coaches and pros, your X's and O's. This is the Fans Point of View and what I know. So let's go. I know y'all hear my voice, man. I'm just getting over the vid, man. Your boy made it through it. I'm all good and everything. First time I got it since it's been around, so I guess it finally got to my system. But anyhow, y'all see that the slide up there? Chip Kelly did what? Well, Chip Kelly, Coach JB from the Coach JB and Smitty show. He went on his show yesterday to say that everything that he said that Chip Kelly was talking about with the conference realignments and so forth and so on, and how the team should play and where the basketball should stay at. Coach JB Ben had mentioned that years ago on the show, and there was a lot of people in the chat that was confirming that too and saying that Coach JB, you Ben said this. So obviously, I believe that. Also, Coach JB went on to say that Chip Kelly had stole some of his offense. He admitted it in a Sports Illustrated article. He came down to watch his team in Compton when he was in Oregon and took some of his plays, some of his offense, a lot of it, I guess. And there were some people who would back that up. Now, this is what Coach JB had said. Now, I would play the audio and everything, but it seems like I got in a little bit of Twitter trouble, posting the video clip of it, and Coach JB ain't just that happy with it. However, it's Coach JB's content, so I'm not knocking Coach JB. Coach JB could have went, he could have did a lot more to me in my Twitter, but he didn't. And for that, Coach JB, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Smitty. But I do want y'all to go check out the Coach JB show with Big Smitty, and I want y'all to check it out from yesterday. Coach Prime is on the cover. And I want y'all to listen to the segment where Chip Kelly's on there and you would hear exactly what Coach JB had to say. Now, I don't know Coach JB to be a liar or to be a clickbait type of person. So he ain't doing nothing but keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Coach JB. I think he's authentic. I think he's real. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would lie about something like this, about Coach Chip Kelly doing that. But when I mentioned that on the Coach Hayes show last night via phone, people in the comments said, smack him, Coach Hayes, and everything else. And his facts, they don't know the facts. Well, you don't know your facts. I do my research. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I does this. I does this. So I know I've done my research on things before I'm speaking about it. Obviously, I can't bring the audio up because I don't want to be flagged for it or whatever. But I want y'all to go check that out. And then everybody who goes check that out from the Coach JB show, then you come back to me and tell me what one of my facts wasn't correct when it with what I spoke on. Okay. People kill me like that. We get destroyed in the comments all the time. All of us content creators do. There's always trolls in the comments, always talking about what we say and how we say it. But they protect all these super known celebrities. They got so much positivity for them to say, but then they go trying to tear us down. And we out here grinding and we out here researching and knowing our facts. I don't know a lot. I don't follow any content creators who spit out false narratives. I don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't out there, but my facts is always on point. But I want y'all to go check that out, and I want y'all to hear it for yourself because Coach JB, he's going to break that out sooner or later, especially when it starts circulating. Like, that's crazy that he would even do that, but that Chip Kelly would do that to him, But one more shout out to Coach JB and Big Smitty on their show. We gonna keep it moving though. Is it time for a change in Pittsburgh? Is it time? Um, Sometimes you need to make a change in Pittsburgh. I hear a lot of people on saying that they want to change head coaches and everything. Look, man, I think if anything, y'all, I would like to bring and I'm going to boldly say this. I like Omar Khan. I like our GM. I think he's going to spend the bread on certain players and everything else. Some people they're tired. We're just tired of losing. We're not used to our organization being like this. Yeah, we might miss the playoffs a couple of years or 1 year, and then we're right back in it. People used to mimic their defenses after Pittsburgh's and Baltimore's. Like we are the creme de la creme. Like, come on, like let's just be honest with that, right? People actually mimic their teams around what Pittsburgh was doing. We're not that no more. And you know why we're not that no more? Because we don't take chances no more. We're not taking the chances no more. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like players, the development of players is totally different now. When you know what you got out there and you believe strongly in somebody fitting your scheme, go after them. Go after them. What Malik Willis did in Tennessee, we don't know if he would have been this way in Pittsburgh. We don't know that. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. Him passing, it hurt us a lot. Both physically, spiritually, and as a team in Pittsburgh because Dwayne Haskins was about to put in up crazy numbers in Pittsburgh. It's just a fact. He was about to show everybody that a Ohio State quarterback can be very successful in the NFL. He was next up. He was next up. He was. Dwayne Haskins was next up in Pittsburgh. Um, After Ben went out. However, we still was huge on Justin Fields. We should have traded whatever we needed to trade the Bears because they wasn't even sure on Justin Fields. You know what I mean? They were talking about Trey Lance and everything else. We should have went after Justin Fields very hard, got that fifth pick, took Justin Fields in the draft, got him up to Pittsburgh, eased him into the system. You know what I'm saying? Let Mitch run it, and you know what I'm saying. Let Justin Fields see what was going on. Coming in with the weapons that we had at that time, and what we have right now, we always got some weapons. You know what I'm saying? And he would have took off. He would have took off, and he still can take off. I believe he's the man for us. I honestly believe our quarterback right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers is sitting up in Chicago not wanting to be in Chicago no more. Chicago want to get another quarterback. Cool. Let them get Caleb Williams. Let them get Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin Fields got to get up out of Chicago. He needs to come to Pittsburgh. We're talking a totally different team. We are a very feared team, and we're going to get the respect we need in the league with Justin Fields playing quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Our quarterbacks right now is not it. Is not it. I never was really sold on Pickett, y'all. I honestly was not. I know what he did at Pitt, but this ain't college ball no more. This is not college ball. You know what I mean? He cannot outrun all the defensive linemen in the NFL. He just can't do it. And you either have to be able to do that and or break every tackle. We're not used to seeing our organization like this in Pittsburgh. I know we're not. As long as I've been a Steeler fan, I'm not used to seeing my organization like this. You know what I'm saying? Us not knowing where to go at quarterback and everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to that. I'm just not. We're not feared. People not feared when they play Pittsburgh no more. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we playing the Steelers. Okay, nah, they're not even respecting us like that no more. You know what I'm saying? We can't. You know how many times T.J. Watt, and Mika Fitzpatrick, and Hightower, and they turn the ball over so many times for us. We get the balls put in our hands. We either go 3 and out, punting the ball back to the offense. We getting 3 points off it. That can't happen. We cannot punch the ball in for the life of us. And it's like we don't have the talent around. It is the quarterback play in Pittsburgh. We don't have a game manager or a game changer at quarterback in Pittsburgh. And it's a fact. And y'all can call me a hater or whatever, but this is just how I give it up. Y'all know me by now. We don't have either in Pittsburgh, period. Not a game manager or a game changer. And we need one of the other. but there is one that's sitting on our roster right now, a little banged up, that does not want to be in Chicago. Mike Tomlin has the relationship with Justin Fields to go and get Justin Fields right now up off that roster. Make the moves, Omar Khan. Let's go. Start paying the players in Pittsburgh. Stop letting our talent leave Pittsburgh. We need to stop doing that too. Stop letting our talent leave Pittsburgh. Start keeping our talent that we love there, and and develop more and do better at the quarterback position. We waited too long. We waited too long to let Ben out. You know what I'm saying? Ben's replacement should be in there right now, learning the offense, how Ben knew the offense, had the relationships with the receivers, and taught that to his protege already. Rudolph didn't get it. He just didn't get it. He played with Ben. He played with Ben, and he didn't get the shit. So let's just be real with that first off. So I don't want to hear about no Mason Rudolph plan, because he's been there with Big Ben. Big Ben has taught him everything he known and everything he can teach Mason. And I'm not saying that Mason's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying maybe he didn't get what Big Ben was telling him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just not, these is not, they are not the quarterback for us, y'all. I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh and why we don't want to go and get a quarterback who can make plays with their feet. I don't understand what's going on. A lot of people say Justin Fields he can't throw. I beg to differ. Justin Fields can throw the ball. He can. And when he did throw the ball a lot, let's just be honest, a lot of them receivers in Chicago was dropping touchdowns, dropping first downs, and everything the hell else was going on. And that ain't happening with us. Our receivers don't drop shit. So you put him in our offense is totally different. Y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, if Justin Fields is a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm telling y'all right now, and I'm saying it out my mouth, and I know it's a bold statement, but I'm saying it. We talking about some people taking us as Super Bowl picks. Some of the professionals, coaches, and all that. I'm telling y'all right now, they're like, Pittsburgh goes to the Super Bowl and with Justin Fields at quarterback. I know this can happen. Period. Period. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But y'all will have to see. And when we see, and if we do wind up landing a Justin Fields at quarterback in Pittsburgh, and when we go there, y'all can say Truck and Chubby said it first. He mentioned it. Yes, absolutely, because he is him. Telling y'all, he should have been in Pittsburgh. We should have been went and got him. Coach Tomlin had the relationship with him. Should have been went and got that man. Should have had and if we was gonna get a quarterback that was gonna be struggling right now, it shouldn't have been Kenny Pickett. It should have been Malik Willis. Like, let's just come on, man. Come on. Come with it. Like, you need somebody who can make them plays. You gotta be able to outrun a defensive tackle. Give him a stiff arm, not get ragdolled and missing on your receivers. He don't even got the timing down with his receivers. Like, man, but yes, it's time for a change. Do I think Mike Tomlin is the change? No, personally, I don't think I don't think Mike Tomlin's the change. I think the quarterback is the change. But was it really up to Mike Tomlin to pull the plug on a quarterback? Was it for him to do that, or was it our GMs and everybody else that want to root for quarterbacks? Oh, let's go get Kenny Pickett. Let's go get Kenny Pickett. Y'all was going crazy for Kenny Pickett. Like, no, we need a quarterback that can run, y'all, and that can make throws. I'm telling you. Yeah, like, and can launch that thing. We should have went with Willis, y'all, and we fucking up because it's all about who we want. You know what I'm saying? And now who gonna fit best in the system? We didn't know where Big Ben was coming from. Who knew where Big Ben was coming from? No, Bill Cowher got a quarterback that he thought that was gonna fit the system, and he wound up being one of the best in the NFL for all them damn years. So, you know, but I think that's our guy. Y'all can put down in the comments who y'all think the next guy is at quarterback, who you think we should be going after at quarterback right now. And I can't wait to see who y'all talk about in the comments. All right, moving on. This is crazy because as y'all can see, I got some signs up. No colors allowed, no whites allowed. A lot of people's making fun of what Rashan Mendenhall tweeted. The all white and all black Pro Bowl teams. Like, that's fucking crazy. Um, I think that is very irresponsible for a lot of sports content creators. This is just my opinion though, and I could have that, and this is why I got this. For anybody to be making fun with this because it ain't nothing fun about it. Y'all gotta remember how many children watches y'all shows, see y'all shows, y'all clips and everything on what y'all got going on. Our youth don't see that. And then y'all gotta understand when y'all are teaching y'all young ones about color and about racism, when they see the opposite color, they get scared, they get timid. And it's just a fact. It's just a fact. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to respond to the opposite color when you're teaching your kids these wrong things, like about blacks or about whites. They get afraid of that because y'all talk down on that. They don't see that when they at school interacting with these kids. They see fun kids, they see cool kids, they see bad kids, they see mean kids, they see bullies and everything else, just like how we do. But they don't look at that shit. And when you teaching that, and when you teaching them things like this, these are all these kids as heroes. These kids look at these players like heroes. This is not to be taken slight, to be played around with, and and to be arguing whether it's an old team or if it's a new team. I don't care which way y'all looking at it. It's very irresponsible for people to be playing with that, especially with our youth. What we teaching our kids. Period. Period. I didn't see nobody speaking up about Black history being pulled out of schools and them not wanting to teach the Black history. People want to not teach Black history and be okay with not teaching about the history of America, but then y'all want to start playing around with shit like all white and all Black Pro Bowl teams. Like that's not cool at all. Because let me tell y'all something. I'm out delivering packages one day on my route, and I seen a couple of little white boys playing football, right? And I pull up on them, you know what I mean? I'm delivering at their house, and I was like, let me catch a pass. They threw me a pass real quick, and I was like, go long. I threw a pass. Excuse me. And after I threw him a pass, I asked him, I said, what's your favorite players? I said, who's some of y'all favorite players in the NFL? I said, y'all give me two of y'all favorite NFL players. And they didn't name one white boy. Not one. Not one. Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase came up, and that was it. That was about it. And that was about it. I think somebody said I can't remember who else was the other guy, but I know it wasn't one white boy. And I started doing the dances, and I was like, who does this? Who does that? Oh, that's Justin Jefferson. What's that dance called again? They was like, oh, that's the gritty, man. Let me show you. Like, they don't care. Kids don't care about no all white and all Black Pro Bowl teams. Sports is beautiful because it brings us all together, because it mashes our cultures together, and gives us an opportunity to learn from one another in the backgrounds and introduce each other's to our cultures and so forth and so on. So this is not to be taken slightly and played with. And I had to make a bold statement by putting these signs up here. No colors allowed, no colored only, no whites allowed. I had to make a bold statement with putting that up there, because this is like, whether y'all want to admit that shit or not, this is what that was leaning into. With that ignorant shit that he said was ignorant. It was nothing to be played with. And the irresponsibility of all you sports analysts, you coaches, you pros that want to play with this shit, that's not cool. When y'all had the chance to speak out against that shit and put him on blast and put some educational behind it, none of y'all did. Y'all all failed to do that. Y'all all failed to do that. And this has to do with sports. Some of the greatest players, I love all of them. John Lynch is one of my favorite safeties ever. I love the way John Lynch played the game. You know what I'm saying? Brian Urlacher. We love the way Brian Urlacher hit. We love the way Ray Lewis hit. We didn't go through that. Like, and for y'all to play with this on these national syndicated shows, and and all these popular channels, and for y'all not to use that moment to really break down and speak out against what he did is crazy to me. Yeah, you can make laughing moments about it and laugh about it and everything else, but this shit is deeper than that. This shit is deeper than that. These kids watch this shit, man. They watch these things. They watch a lot of y'all, man. And that's just irresponsible for that. And I wanted to speak out against that, man, because it's clowns. Clowns. Leave ball just where ball is at. Leave ball just where ball is at. People broke through barriers. Is that what y'all want to go back to? Do y'all want is that what y'all want again? Y'all want to laugh about and joke about going back to segregation? Is that what y'all want? Or is that no laughing matter? Like how I thought it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because you would get some people that say that's one of the worst things that happened with segregation. You know what I mean? Them lifting segregation up. But then you get some people who like that kind of issues. But that don't need to be there no more, man. We came on so far of a long way to even be talking about shit like that is crazy to me, man. Crazy to me to be playing with that. It's time for y'all to start putting messages out there. Everybody got always something to say about how there are clowns out there that misuse their platforms. And look at all of y'all. Look at what everybody did out there. Nobody took their time on their platform to make it an educational piece and really speak to the youth that watch our shows. But that's why I'm here, to let all the youngins know that it's okay to like whoever you like in football. No, football ain't a white only, a black only thing. It brings us all together and we learn from each other. And that's what makes the team, is because our brothers are united and we look different. This is what the army looks like when you go to the army. It's together. And then to sit there and play and laugh about it, but then to sit there and call LeBron a piece of shit because he didn't stand for the flag. But then y'all play with shit like this. This is what I'm saying. Can't have things both ways in the country. It's weird. Stop playing with that. Decommits. The decommits from Colorado is Matthew Bedford from the left, the offensive lineman from Indiana. He flipped over to Oregon. It's a big deal. Not too much of a big deal. He was one of the better offensive linemen that Colorado had picked up out of the portal. The best one was Tyler Johnson, hands down. Tyler Johnson is the best one, hands down. I believe that the guy they picked up from UTEP, he's a little top heavy. He's a mower. I'm not gonna lie, he's a mower. He's a finisher. He got the grit, but he's a little top heavy. In his film, he tips a lot, and that's probably because he's a bigger boy. Let's just be honest about it. All right. But Bedford was one of the better offensive linemen, if you ask me, that Colorado had. For the simple fact, he covered up for a lot of the slack that Khalil Benson had on the offensive line last year. If you watch on that right side of that line in Indiana, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Bedford was the guy on that right side. I'm just being honest with y'all. He was that guy. He was that guy in the run game and in the pass game. He was that guy. And Coach Prime said it himself. Like, I'd be concerned if I was losing a position in the portal that we actually needed. Like, yes, that's a concern because that's a guy you actually needed. You know what I'm saying? It was the offensive line. However, next man up. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for somebody to step up in Colorado. And they also lost another offensive lineman, the JUCO transfer, as Isaiah Walker Jr. is now going to Texas State. I've seen some comments and people saying, well, it's not like Matthew Bafford going to Oregon. He's going to Texas State. No matter where he's going, he still would have been an asset to that offensive line. You know what I'm saying? No matter where he's going, he still would have been an asset to that offensive line. Now, he probably knew he wasn't going to start in Colorado, that he was going to back somebody up. And I think that was the best decision for Isaiah Walker, too, coming from JUCO, wanting to work on his craft before he jumped. And, the levels of D1 and went to group 5. Like, I'm going to group of 5, not power 5. because Power Five is a totally different level. I need to work up to that. I think that that was a very, very good decision by Isaiah Walker Jr. to do that, to go to Texas State to work on his craft a little bit more and not just jump straight up into Power Five coming from JUCO. Now that's just him. But do I think Texas State got a great offensive lineman? Absolutely, I do. I've seen a lot of Isaiah Walker's film, and I like what he did, and I like what he do. I honestly think that he would have been okay in Colorado in between tackles. You know what I'm saying? Putting in some work, going in there, maybe relieving somebody, whatever. Bedford was going to start. He was a day one starter in Colorado. He's going to go up to Oregon and he's going to put somebody out of a position. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Um, but do I trust what Colorado was doing up there? Absolutely. Phil Lowe, he's an analyst on what he does. So if not even the coaching aspect of that, of coaching the offensive line, I trust that he knows what offensive line he needs to plug in there. I don't think they wanted to lose Bedford. No, they rather had it lost Benson than Bedford. Like, to be honest, if you go, we watch the film yourself. But yes, I mean, things like that happen, and they picked up a lot of defensive linemen, some hole pluggers, and what they needed on that defense. And Charles Kelly's defense was definitely some hole pluggers, and they got that. And Bishop Thomas is still there. Um, you still got you the pickup from Houston. That was great. That was a great pickup. I believe in what they're doing there is stopping the run. They need help stopping the run. I still think they should have went after some of the linebackers in the portal. And no, Colorado's not picking up the sexiest picks in the portal. But what I do like is the fact, and people getting caught up on who's the top, who's number one and number two. I'm not caught up into who's number one and who's number two. Although I do like what Ole Miss is doing, and I do like what Colorado's doing. Um, However, I like the fact that Colorado's actually looking through the portal, analyzing each player on their film of what they recently have done, and plugging and playing and say, okay, we can use him because of this and this. I can work on this and that with him. I can use him for this and this. I can work on that with the, you know what I mean? So I like the way that they're going through and not just picking the best at each position, because there's a science to that. And I believe that that's something that Phil Lowe has done. He's looked at all of these offensive linemen. He's seen what they can do from their film, what he can improve on with them, and what they're going to be doing on the team. And I trust and believe that they're plugging in the right players. Do I think that they're trying to throw the ball around again? Yes. Do I think that that's a mistake again? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because let's just be real here. Jason Seaton is the number one offensive tackle coming out from high school. He's definitely going to start at Colorado. He's going to have some hiccups, but losing, you know what I mean, Benson, if you think Benson is going to be the greatest offensive tackle, there's some things that he could work on, and I'm sure that he'll work on them. All right, let's be real. Throwing the ball is not going to be great for Shador dropping back like that again in the Big 12. It's just not. The Big 12 is won by physical play. If one thing I learned about seeing the Big 12 teams play is that the teams that ran the ball most effectively dominated the games. You know what I'm saying? Even with Texas throwing the ball the way that they did, they also ran very well. And I believe that Colorado's going to have to run the ball very well and then go off of Shador passing. But as long as they can give Shador a solid 3 seconds, he's going to tear the fucking NCAA up. You know what I'm saying? Give him a solid 3 seconds and he's going to fuck shit up. We know that. We know that. But dropping back 70% of the time, no. No. 60-40, yes. Get him back some yards. 60-40, yeah. 50, you know what I'm saying? 55-45, something like that. But no, 70-30, no. No. Don't do that. Don't even set that up. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna tear it up regardless. All he need to do is have some solid 300-yard games, passing the ball 250, 300, somewhere in there, couple of touchdowns, lock down that defense with the defense they got, and that'd be great. That'd be perfect for what he gonna do. If he's averaging 300 yards every game, he's still gonna get the Heisman because they're gonna have a winning record. And you know what I'm saying? But if he gonna be trying to throw 400 and 500 yard games, man, that's not gonna be the recipe for Colorado to be successful next season. That's just me in my opinion. I would like to hear what everybody else's thoughts is on that. You can tell me down in the comments or whatever. All right. But look, man, I'm gonna keep it moving. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in. It's okay to replay. Thanks for watching, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe the video. Man, I'm up out of here. Until next one. Peace out, people. Stay blessed.